Following Blacklight, Memory was the second action movie for Neeson in 2022. After the movie premiered in the first half of 2022, it quickly intrigued viewers and many wondered if we will ever see Neeson in the role of assassin Alex Lewis. Well, we're here to answer all your questions and tell you all about Memory 2. Today, most movies receive a sequel in one form or another, especially when it comes to action movies. This year, we've seen quite a few be released and announced, so it wouldn't surprise us if Memory is one of them. With Liam Neeson back into the world of action movies, one might expect to see one of them develop into a franchise, and Memory could be the one. The movie was released in April 2022, and it introduced Neeson and an assassin with a faulty memory. After the movie premiered, there were a few mixed reviews about it, but in general, it performed quite well. Many fans of the movie quickly requested more, but unfortunately, we still have no official news if a sequel is in the works. It has been a while since the movie premiered, and no official statements were made from the production crew about a sequel. However, this doesn't necessarily mean that a sequel won't happen. In the past, we've seen movies revived after years and even decades, so even though we don't have the correct answers right now, it doesn't mean that in the future we won't see Neeson reprise his role as Alex Lewis. Memory serves as a remake of the 2003 Belgian movie The Memory of a Killer, which in turn was adapted from the novel Zaak Alzheimer by Jef Geeraerts. Many novel-based movies typically last as long as there is a story to go after, but in this case, given that the movie was loosely based on this novel and movie, there's potential to make it grow into a franchise and move past the events of the novel, creating new and exciting adventures for our main hitman. With all of this being said, speculating when this sequel would be released is an extremely hard task. With a number of mixed reviews around the movie, it would be hard to have a definite answer, but we can still speculate. If the director and Neeson are on board for a new movie, then the odds of one happening are quite high. However, to see this sequel soon, the production and filming of the movie would have to begin as soon as possible. As we're only steps away from 2023, we would expect to begin the new year with news that Memory 2 has been greenlighted. However, hopefully, they'll hear our New Year's wishes and decide to smash that like button if you haven't done so already. But no, we hope they decide to make them come true. If the movie's confirmed in 2023, then the thing will get much easier. Let's say the movie's confirmed in early 2023. If this happens, we're looking at a mid or late 2023 filming status, which could last a few months depending on the story. Sometimes filming a movie can take up to a year, but if everything goes smoothly, we believe that the filming could be wrapped by the end of 2023, allowing the movie to get into post-production status in early 2024 and finally arrive in theaters around the same time as the first one.
Is there any family on either side of the border I should know about?
No, the father was a trafficker.
Usually, sequels follow the same time of release date as the first movie, although that isn't always the case. Either way, if this is how things will go, then we wouldn't be surprised if we saw a sequel to Memory in early 2024 or even in the summer of 2024. So far, these are all speculations on what could happen, and until we have an official confirmation about the movie, it would be hard to give you exact answers.
Hey, you forgot them! You forgot your pills!
On the positive side, if this sequel is made, you can bet that Liam Neeson will be the first one to join the cast. He's the leading role in the first movie, so one could expect him to return and reprise his role. Neeson has been quite open when it comes to acting in action movies. He has already expressed his love for them and has said that he wants to continue making action movies until they bury him in the ground. It appears that Neeson isn't ready to back away just yet. He took on the lead role of Alex in the movie, and he explained that what attracted him to this movie was the immersive and gritty storyline. Neeson has one impressive and long career that earned him an Oscar nomination for Schindler's List and numerous glorified roles in various movies throughout his career, such as Star Wars Episode I, The Phantom Menace, and Taken. In 2022, the actor turned 70, but from what we were able to witness in Memory, he appears to be in the best shape ever to continue making huge blockbuster action movies for at least another 10 years. We believe that the future of Memory solely depends on Neeson and his desire to come back. From what he has previously said about the movie, it appears that he likes the way the story is heading, and it would be easy to make him come back and reprise his role. If a movie is happening, Neeson will be the first person to be on the cast list and the person that will likely be behind the movie as well. In Memory, Neeson plays Alex Lewis, an expert assassin with a strict moral code and a flattering memory. He's built for revenge, but with his memory beginning to falter, he's forced to question his every action, blurring the line between right and wrong. He has a strict policy of not hurting children, and when he and his ethnic code are betrayed by an employer, he sets out to take revenge. However, he suffers from a disease that is robbing him of his memory. Alex's former employer is also in the sights of Vincent Serra, an FBI agent trying to go by the book to stop the crime syndicate.
Put it down.
With the right dose of fighting, crime, and the FBI involved, the movie takes a vicious turn when Beatriz, a teenager, is found dead in the same bed that Alex left her in. He quickly realizes that someone is after him, but Alex, thinking like a true hitman, decided to smash that subscribe button and ring that notification bell. But no, in all seriousness, he decided to redeem himself and kill the man coming after him. Throughout the movie, we see Alex go face to face with numerous people involved in the crime business and try to get his revenge once and for all. Like most action movies, we also see a wild chase between Alex and the main villain in this movie, while the FBI is still one step behind him. At one point, Alex is even arrested by the El Paso PD and then turned over to the FBI with the help of Vincent since he knows too much about Davana Sealman. He has too much evidence on her, but he isn't able to remember where the evidence is stored. All of this builds up into a wild chase between Alex and the FBI, and finally Alex is saved by Vincent and finally remembers where the flash drive of evidence is stored. A lot is happening in this movie, and like many action movies, the end is just as great as the entire plot. By the end of the movie, we get to learn more about Alex's past, and we see it relates directly to Beatriz's current life in the present. We learn that Alex came from a severely abusive father. His story completely started to unravel towards the end, right as everything was concluded. By the end of the movie, Davana meets her ugly fate when she's killed by an assassin, who's later revealed to be Hugo. All of this is revealed to Vincent in the final moments of the movie. Vincent now has an alibi, and the final scenes of the movie show Hugo burning his clothes and showing us that he conspired with Linda to give Vincent an alibi while he finished the job Alex started. Although the movie ended on just the right note, with everyone in the conspiracy dead and justice served, a sequel could very well see Alex come back and join forces with Vincent, Linda, and Hugo to go against other criminals as well.
Alex! Alex!
There are a lot of options for a sequel given that Alex made it out alive. His memory in the sequel could even be worse, but that's what makes the movie have the charm it has to keep us watching it over and over again. You'll love this video next.